What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something super special for you. So there's a guy in my local area who does a lot of the refereeing for a bunch of the indie promotions and stuff like that. He's a huge wrestling fan and a wrestling collector. He's been collecting wrestling belts and memorabilia for probably close to 30 years. And he has collected over 120 replica belts, over 30 mini belts, and then he's got a wall of Funkos like you wouldn't believe. So we've got an opportunity to go down there and tour this collection, and it is very impressive and it's massive. So go ahead and pause this video, use the restroom, get yourself something to drink, get yourself a snack, strap in, and let's get to it. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and start over here with the belts and see some that we can go ahead and check out and talk about.
I'd say I have some of these. I'm kind of a psychopath when it comes to having them certain ways. So a lot of this first shelf is tag teams, and I kind of do those in order. And I have to do everything authentic. It has to be an original Figures Toy Co. or a WWE shop release. I don't really do bootlegs or anything like that. So like the original Attitude Era style tag, which goes to the Ruthless Aggression, Raw and SmackDown. Then eventually those combined made what people call as the penny tag. And then they split those back into Raw and SmackDown in the mid 2010s, 2016, somewhere around there. Current day tag titles, of course, Raw and SmackDown. And then the random European title, which is actually one of my favorite in the collection for whatever reason. I just really always loved the style of the European Championship. Here we go to the WCW collection. Some of them are, I mean, they're just old. They're not in the best shape, but like these are all authentic with the original Figure Toy Co. Stamps from 1999 to 2001. And some of these are super rare, like the Television Championship, super rare. That Cruiserweight, especially in that kind of condition, is also pretty rare to get. Still missing the WCW Hardcore Championship, which has become a lot more rare over the last few years. Yeah, so, and I also have these kind of in order. This was the NWA title was originally the first. It was for Jim Crockett and all that, but when I switched to WCW, it was actually there's a version of this that was Ric Flair's. It's called a shop run belt that I've yet to get. But this one was held by Sting, Lex Luger, Ron Simmons. And then, of course, during the heyday of WCW, the big gold is the kind of the standard bearer for wrestling fans and belt collectors. And then, obviously, the mid cards, the tag titles, television, cruiserweight. I mean, that's kind of what I have going on here, the first shelf. When you move on to that second shelf, though.
I see you got a Smoking Skull Championship.
Yes, right, this is an original Figures Toy Co. Early release WWF Smoking Skull, and unfortunately it doesn't have the sticker on the back. They, in the first runs of these titles, they did stickers rather than the patches like they did in later years, but it is fully authentic, original. It's beat up, it's old. Obviously when I got this belt, I was a kid. I didn't know what the value was going to be or what these were going to be worth someday, and now thinking back, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have taking better care of some of this stuff, and some of these, like the television title that's not in the best shape, I bought a second hand as well. So it just comes in the territory of collecting. Sometimes you gotta take what you can get to have it, and then you can trade up later or do what you got to do.
That's what makes some of that stuff so impressive when you find it at toy shows,
yeah,
or things like that. When you find something mint condition that somebody kept when they were
5 years old, and it's like, how did you know to keep that? How did you know to keep that in a package?
Yeah, like that. I actually did get that WCW Cruiserweight title secondhand, and it is in pretty pristine shape. So you have to take the good with the bad. You know, like I think I got this original big gold for less than $100 from a guy that just needed money. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's fitting in with my collection. I have the complete ECW collection. I know somebody's gonna try to fact check me here and say that there was the WTF title or whatever it was, or FTW, sorry, for Taz, but there was never an official release of that. Oh look, Cat wants to hang out. How you doing?
Cat wants to be on camera.
But yeah, this is the original collection, the original run of the Figures Toy Co. ECW Big Silver, as people like to call it. There is a different version of the world title where I believe it has a red ECW logo that I do not have. But for the most part, for what the actual titles are, it's complete. These are some of the last run on the Figure Toy Co. belts, the ECW or ROH run.
What's that big one down there on the right?
The very bottom there?
Yeah.
That is an original WWF print Andre the Giant title. That was never actually a ring use championship. It was never officially used as a world title, but during WrestleMania 3 when he was in a feud with Hulk Hogan, they introduced this belt for if Andre would have beaten Hogan, that would have been the title going forward. This is an official Figures Toy Co. They've since released the title again with the block style WWF or WWE logo rather than the WWF, but this is an original Figures Toy Co. WWF stamp. Yeah, it is a massive belt, but it's got the original WWF stamps on it, and that makes it pretty rare. It's a pretty hard to get title these days. I see them going for anywhere from like $1,200 up. It looks like 2006 was the run on this. It has the official patch. It's got the authentic WWF sticker. But they stopped making titles with the WWF logos on them, and they went to a block style logo for some of their retro belts after this. So there is a version of this with the different logo like is on the arcade game over there. But this is an original WWF block logo version of the title, so pretty valuable. It's pretty expensive. This other belt down here on the bottom is it's one of those like Packy made belts, but it was kind of a tribute to my dad, who was a giant Kiss fan. So I grew up, my dad's crazy Kiss collector. So.
Oh, yeah.
Then I don't have many of the TNAs. I have the original TNA Midwest, which is probably one of my favorite belt designs ever made. That one is in extremely poor shape. Hopefully someday that I can find one. These were originally made by Premier Belts and Figures Toy Co. So I would like to try to find a new run of these at some point. And then I got the original. There's a new version of these as well, made by Fondue Belts. This is the original from Figures Toy Co. 2009 that I actually just got recently for a very cheap price. I think I got it for around $200 online. It was a steal. Somebody just wanting to move their old collection. So next one over. This is the NXT corner here. So now the lighting's probably not the best for you, but up here at the top is the original big blocky NXT title. They moved over to this. I do not have the current day NXT title as of yet. North American.
North American's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the thing about the early NXT belts is like just the massive straps.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's like a 6-inch strap down there in the buckle part of it.
And then you go to tags. Then they started up NXT UK, the original WWE United Kingdom title. There's actually another version of that has the NXT logo rather than the WWE logo. I do not have that. These went on clearance after NXT UK closed up, and I was lucky enough to get a couple of those. And then the women's, you know, I got the NXT women's tag, naturally goes to the regular women's tag, which you see on TV today. And then back to those early years, those Attitude years with Sable and Lita and Trish and so on, eventually became the Divas title.
I think they got a new AJ Lee figure coming out that has that Divas title in it.
Yeah, that Divas title is actually seems like it's getting more rare to find as well, especially in as good a condition as that one is.
Looks like we got a Slammy hidden up over here in the corner.
Sure do, yeah. I got a couple mini titles. An original.
Oh yeah, there's lots of mini belts hidden all over the place. They're kind of like little Easter eggs you gotta find. Well, that's a cool little spinner.
Yeah. We've got miniature versions of like the old WCW Brawling Buddies up there, and El Torito hiding over here in the corner.
Slap belts. There's mini belts. There's stuff all over the place.
Plastic Kane mask signed by Kane himself when we met him at a convention a number of years ago. But then I also have the real leather style mask as well. None of these are signed, but the Rey Mysterio here on the top is a WrestleMania 35 exclusive from when we went to New York and New Jersey for that.
Oh, before we skip past it, I'll go ahead and show you this.
Yeah, this is the
final
limited John Cena mini spinner from his final match with Gunther. It actually has the date of his final match. It's numbered on the back here. And it says, thank you, Cena. And it's got the date from his final match. They got the little authentic patch.
Really cool.
It ran about $250. More mask on this side. Some of the Jada Metal figures that had a limited run. Slap bands from Walmart.
Bray Wyatt mask up in there.
Yeah, this is an authentic Fiend mask. There's another mask that's a burnt Fiend that I don't have that. It runs pretty high. I only have this Nikki Cross Abby mask for the signature, but unfortunately Fanatics sent me one that's super smudged, which I'm not thrilled about, but it was all sales are final kind of deal there.
Danhausen mask on there?
Yeah, I actually got that free from shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees for giving me that for free, and they should with the amount of micro brawlers that I've bought from them over the years.
Lots of cool little mini belts up here. WrestlePalooza, Hall of Fame 2020, Intercontinental, NXT 24/7.
Yeah, and I got some more hidden gems up there. Some of the newer style, the Champs that just recently come out, and then some of the Funko minis that just came out. And now they got a whole new series called Ballers that are about to come out. That's
those
gonna ruin,
Ballers.
it's gonna ruin my whole life here.
Well, they're $10 a piece too.
I know. And Target exclusive. There's 16 of them. They're trying to kill me.
Yeah, we're already dreading them too.
Yeah.
We're like, look at these things.
Then I got the Raw and SmackDown women's titles there on the top. I'm so out of date on the women's titles. There's obviously the two new titles that they're using that I don't have currently. Intercontinental, I've about got the Intercontinental finished up. I still need the yellow strapped Intercontinental. And then the new style of this belt with the blue rather than the black. This is the original run. But of course, like the belt that Penta and Gunther and all these guys have held recently have the blue style.
The John Cena. Does this spin?
It sure does. It's got a magnet in it. The old style ones have magnets, so they catch. So they're a little tough, but it does spin a little.
Oh, so it keeps it.
Yeah, it keeps it in place.
Keeps it upright.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then the newer style United States, the original light heavyweight title, which they've never re-released. So that's an original Figures Toy Co. from like '99. It's not in great shape either, but again, it's one of those super rare, super hard to get. You just don't see those titles out in the field too much.
Got a hardcore down there.
Yes, that's an original hardcore. They've since re-released it a few times. There's another version of that actually that has a blue backing instead of the red backing that you see on that one. I would like to get, and then obviously there's the new Travis Scott version and so on and so forth. But that is the original run of the hardcore title from back in the day. There's actually another version of that cruiserweight title as well, where the back, the the strap is a little darker purple, and it has an NXT logo rather than the WWE logo. So,
say, signed Sacco right here.
Yeah. And then I got a signed Jerry Lawler crown up top there.
That's pretty cool. Signed by Jerry Lawler. That's pretty sweet. And then a DVD collection that you could probably spend 3 days looking through, and it'll probably take you 4 months to watch every one of them, if not longer.
Yeah, there's still quite a few of them that I'm chasing that I'm gonna have to eventually get my hands on. I'm less than 100 shy, I believe, of the WWE ones, but hopefully someday. The Funko Pop pins up here, there's still a couple of those that I'm missing as well. I know that there's a Hollywood Hogan and a Hollywood Hogan Chase. Yeah. So there's a couple of them that I still need to get my hands on, hopefully someday.
Speaking of Funko, huge Funko wall.
Yeah, I bought the first few thinking, oh, these are kind of neat. I guess I'll get some, and then I had no idea that it was gonna blossom into Funko releasing hundreds more after that, and so and there's still quite a few in there that I still don't own to this day. They've just released a couple new sets recently that I still haven't gotten. Some of the older sets, there's an original in the original run of a Hulk Hogan there at the top next to the Macho Man. There's actually a Macho Man that's got pink that I don't have, and then there's a Hulk Hogan WWE exclusive with a yellow shirt rather than the red. So there's a few of those that have still kind of eluded me. I haven't been able to nail down, and some of these are just crazy price. Like there's a San Diego Comic Con version of Rey Mysterio that's all black that is going for, you know, $700-800.
That's crazy for a Funko Pop.
Yeah, and so, especially something I'm never going to take out of the pack or anything like that. It's just crazy how much some of these Funkos are worth.
This is a crazy amount of. You could pretty much pick a number and he's got it. He's got a whole bunch of them. You got any of them that are signed that are over here?
There are a few signed. There's the AJ Styles here that we had
that's a cool one.
Signed in person, and then there's a white FYE exclusive Seth Rollins that was signed as well. Part of me wants to rebuy them so that they're not signed, because
look at this one. I just noticed this was a clear
Cena.
Cena. That's cool.
There's a Zack Ryder's probably one of the most expensive in my set up here. The AJ Lee is pretty expensive. The pink Hot Topic CM Punk is pretty expensive. All the Rey Mysterios from the early runs are very pricey.
Is it just because of the rarity of them, or?
I think a lot of them, like a lot of the early runs, just because it was kind of in the infancy of Funko, that they just, I haven't done much research on why they cost so much, but I know some of those early day ones that are vaulted and have been vaulted for decades now, that the prices on them are just absolutely astronomical.
You said you got a couple chases. You got like a Chase Rhea down here, glow in the dark.
Yeah, this is there's a 500 piece Zack Ryder that I have. This is one of the most rare, obviously, with only 500 made.
You got to get him to sign that one.
And he probably has a good fraction of those 500 too. So it makes you wonder, like, where these other 500 are. And
he's got $4.99 of them.
I bet Matt's got plenty of them. So, but yeah,
there's Nikki, Usos, Generation X, all kinds of stuff down here.
And some of these are pretty cool. They've released with like they got pins in them. Like this is the Kane from his debut, so it has an In Your House pin in there. So that some of those are pretty cool.
I see all these ones are in cases.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, unfortunately, like, so these cases came from IKEA. I know a lot of collectors, when they watch this, they're gonna know exactly what these are. These are Detolf cases. Detolf, unfortunately, they stopped making. So that's the reason why I'd switched the cases for those other titles, because unfortunately they discontinued the Detolfs. Otherwise, I'd probably have all of them in these kind of cases. I love them so much. But I do, most of the titles over here are the Legacy titles or the Signature Series titles that are the kind of the higher priced belts. And then I also have some of the like event exclusive titles. Some of these are signed, and then otherwise it's kind of a run of some of the world titles from over the years.
I see a WrestlePalooza belt down there.
Yes.
That was the very first live event that I ever went to in my whole life.
Yeah, so the WrestlePalooza belt, and then there's also the WrestlePalooza John Cena farewell title. And then down here under that one is the Royal Rumble Championship, and then the Royal Rumble John Cena that goes with it as well.
Got a nice Undertaker belt up here.
Yeah, so this one, there's only, I believe, 75 made of these.
Oh, wow.
So when we went to WrestleMania in Dallas, it was the year that he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. I actually purchased the last one from shop. I had a guy chase me around with cash in hand trying to get me to sell him this title. And I've seen maybe only one or two other like people on YouTube that have actually held this title, that has this title. It's a super rare a title to have in
What's
the
collection.
It called? It's an Undertaker. It's actually a Hall of Fame version. So it's a Legacy Championship that commemorates his actual Hall of Fame induction.
Wow. There's only 75 of
I
them.
believe so. Yeah, I think that's the number on them is 75, and some of these are numbered. I believe all the John Cena farewell spinners were numbered. I know the Undertaker one here is. And then obviously the Hall of Fame one.
Tribal Chief over here.
Yeah, I actually have an Ulafala that's ordered. For whatever reason, it still hasn't come in yet. I don't know if it's on back order, if it's a pre-order.
I thought about getting a Ulafala too. Macho Man.
Then we started getting some of these exclusive primes that they actually hand out. We actually got this at SummerSlam in Cleveland, and there's WrestleMania ones and stuff that I
can't remember how much they were saying those WrestleMania primes. Like the bottle itself was like $1,000.
Yeah, because there's one from Vegas. There's a Philadelphia one from 40. There's even just a standard blue SmackDown one that I've yet to get my hands on. The original run of the Funko mystery minis are along the bottom here. Starts with Sergeant Slaughter. So there's the new 6, but this is the original run of the Funko mystery minis.
Those came out?
I want to say maybe 2015, 2016, maybe around that era. It was around the time, because they have Sting in the line, so it would have been around the time of that WrestleMania, which I believe was 2015.
You've probably spent a lot of time in Toys R Us, huh?
Oh yeah. Everything from Toys R Us to Total Wine and more.
I see a Bray Wyatt down here.
Yeah, that's another belt that's pretty hard to get these days.
And then this is what
The Daniel Bryan,
eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly. Then the $1 million title.
Oh yeah, Ted DiBiase.
And then it might become a little more rare these days now that Xavier Woods is no longer with the company, the Up, Down, Down title. It's already kind of a tough title to find. I still don't have the left, right title that Tyler Breeze had.
There's another
There
one.
is another one, yes. But I still don't have that to this day.
World Heavyweight, Undisputed.
Yeah, and then the 2 Universal Championships.
Rated R Superstar. Got a spinner belt in here.
Yeah, this one spins a little bit better than that
The
that
magnetic
US title there.
Oh yeah, look at that one go. It's pretty cool.
And then, so these are kind of in order as well. The Hogan 86 was kind of like the first title that they made replicas of that people would remember. They didn't make like the big green and stuff like they used in the early days. So this is kind of like the original title that they have world title wise. And obviously the Winged Eagle that was made famous in the 80s, early 90s. The original blue run that Stone Cold had before he had his Smoking Skull title made, and they switched over to the standard black strap version. And then obviously 2002, they introduced the WWE version, and this is different than the one from previously. This has the WWE logo on the top, which makes it a different title. They combined this title and the Big Eagle, created the Undisputed, which Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, those guys held. Obviously, John Cena brought in the spinner, and there's the Rated Edge version, or the Rated R Edge version. The Rock discarded the spinner title to create the WWE Championship, which...
You got a Brahma Bull up there.
Yes, yeah. I wish they would release the People's title that he was presented by Muhammad Ali's wife, but they have yet to do it.
What's this black super shiny one right here?
So that is the Stephanie McMahon Legacy Championship. It was just recently released, and it definitely has some sparkle on it.
Look at that thing.
That is the McMahon family crest, actually. That's what that championship is based off of.
Okay, cool.
And it's limited to 170.
Wow.
And then naturally, I have her husband's, one of his championships, Triple H's signature title next to it. And then Trish Stratus, which is actually signed with a COA here. And then Brothers of Destruction, Kane and Undertaker tag team, Signature Series Razor Ramon, the Hulk Hogan NWO signature, and then Ultimate Warriors signature championship. And then obviously sprinkled in here, we've got different Stone Cold titles. These are from different WrestleManias. And then I think the complete, I may be wrong, but I think I have the complete Undertaker collection for urns. If there is another one, it's maybe only one.
How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5
yeah, there may be another one. I don't know, but I think pretty well up to date on that collection. And then some of the backdrops here are the titles. I don't know a whole lot about this Brahma Bull and that Stone Cold Bear in the background, but they're officially licensed WWF Attitude Era stuffed animals. I found them super cheap at a local toy store, and
the Stone Cold one's pretty cool.
I just had to get them.
Is this like an Alexa Bliss doll?
Yes, that is a Lily doll. And then these other bears and random stuff, they're the parrots. These are all like from different WrestleMania events over the years.
You need to get you a Demonito puppet.
I do, and
get
yes,
you a Layeska.
Yes, I do. I've been talking about that for a while, actually.
I want a Layeska real bad.
This found at a parking lot sale at a toy store. This Bailey. It's the Hugger Bailey, and we bought it for $2 or $3. I looked up online. I mean, they're going for like $30, $35, but I've never seen it prior to that. This is an Undertaker Streak DVD collection that's back here.
We may have skipped over a Bret Hart. Isn't this signed down here?
Yes, that is a Fanatics COA signed Legacy Bret Hart Championship. Yeah, and it's got chainmail on the side of it, just like he had on his leather jacket and stuff. It's a pretty neat belt. These are the Biddy Pops, some signed cards here that we actually got in person. I got Bailey. And
It's got like a piece of mat in it?
Yes, yeah, it's a relic card. Some of the replica statues like they have in headquarters. Then I have a lot of random stuff like these old, like Nugent style, like little statue figures.
What's this little
That's
thing?
a watch, actually.
It's a watch?
Yeah. It's a WWE Championship watch. I think there's a few versions of that. I got it for like a gift one year.
It's pretty sweet. Wheatley, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they got the
Broken Skull IPA.
then I also got the Hulk Hogan Real American Beer there. This is an original official dollar bill that fell from the ceiling at WrestleMania 32 during Shane McMahon Undertaker's Hell in a Cell match. That's an official coin from the Undertaker's Hall of Fame induction. Then there's just some other random stuff in there, big lighters and
A brick.
yeah. It's actually just it's a soft brick. I don't know. I think I just got it super cheap somewhere, yard sale or something. And
It looks like over here, just kind of like a little bit of almost overflow, maybe.
Yeah, those are mostly the Funko Pops that are the larger in scale that I just didn't have the room for on that wall. It's a little cleaner not having those big bulky ones on that side.
I'm currently looking for this Triple H right there.
Then I've got the new LJN's collection started over here. I'm still missing 2 from the first 2 runs here.
Stone Cold I brought with me today.
That's a Jakks Pacific released replica of Ric Flair's robe from WrestleMania 8. If you know where we live in Indiana. WrestleMania 8 was in Indianapolis, so that was pretty cool get. Miz signed my Survivor Series chair here.
Oh yeah, cool.
That was actually the Survivor Series where the Shield debuted. I was there in person. Pretty cool.
A Shield vest or something?
Yes, it's a Roman Reigns vest, and I threw a bunch of my different pins and stuff that I've gotten over the years. The I was there pins and stuff put on there. Different figures that I've had signed. Yep.
Oh, look at this Mick Foley right here. It's signed. A couple Money in the Bank briefcases.
Little keychains and stuff that I've gotten from like Hogan's Beach Shop and WrestleManias. A lot of my old vintage games.
You got a collection of side plates up here.
Yep, yeah. There's a ton of these I don't have. I got into the game super late on these. First, I started going for mainly just the WrestleMania ones, and even still, I'm missing quite a few of them. It's a pricey hobby. It's hard to really nail down everything that you want to.
When you got so many superstars and you start getting all the side plates and everything, that's crazy. Yeah, LA Knight.
Yeah, luckily here lately they've been putting a lot of them on clearance. So I've been trying to get them if they go down in price.
I don't know if I showed off all these sets of mini belts yet.
Yeah, some of those are just Royal Rumble, WrestleMania belts. It's like special event titles. The ones that are not, that are just like standard, like the women's and the tags there, we've actually had signed. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers signed that Raw tag. Heath Slater, Rhino signed the SmackDown tag as they were the first tag champs.
Royal Rumble.
All 3 members of the Shield signed the WWE title over there.
Which one is that one?
The third one down.
All 3 Shield members signed that one?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
And then we got Miz and Big Show and a couple other people there on the white Intercontinental towards the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Layla signed the women's title there as she was the first or the last woman to hold that style of title. WrestleMania pin sets, different things from 2K that are signed. There's the run where they had 3 straight SummerSlams in New York at Barclays. So I have Matt relics from those. A piece of Ric Flair's robe there. Some of my old ticket stubs and
old actual paper ticket stubs.
Yeah.
Anymore nowadays, everything's all digital.
Yep. And then I've got maps and stuff in there. I believe those first 2 there, WrestleMania maps and stuff. And there's glow sticks there on the top that they used at like the takeovers and stuff like that.
What's this 2K18 thing up here?
It's John Cena's 16th title win signed.
Nice.
Yeah. Piece of the original silver ring skirts from SmackDown.
Wow.
There's a really big Funko down here on the bottom of the table as well from WrestleMania 30, as well as my
it is a huge Funko.
WWE toaster there.
Oh, yeah. WWE toaster.
Boy, yeah, they'll market anything, huh?
Yeah.
And then Funko lunch boxes here.
The Mankind one's pretty sweet. So's the NWO. I like this one. This one straight looks like it's from 1985.
Right. Some of the random stuff over there, like the Attitude Bears, which there's a ton of those, and I'm not really super interested in them. I have a few.
Oh, I think I did see those were kind of like those beanie.
Yeah, they're kind of like Beanie Babies. Yeah, that was when those were popular.
They say something like on the chest or something too. Yeah, I did see. I saw somebody collecting some of those. We got a huge wall of these AEW micro brawlers. Not all AEW, are they?
No, not all of them. These are produced by Pro Wrestling Tees, and I mean they do pretty much anything. Indie wrestlers, AEW wrestlers.
Abraham Lincoln. There's all kinds of stuff up here.
Yeah.
There's a ton of these. The one thing that does stick out is this Danhausen signed one is super cool. There's a couple different Danhausens.
Yeah, and then there's Chase versions of a lot of these, and there's Impact ones, there's AEW ones. It's impossible to actually keep up with these. I just really enjoy them. And then, I got a couple of them signed. There's a Chris Van Vliet signed down there.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I watch this podcast a lot.
I actually just added those ICP ones to my collection this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then, what are these little, are they like die cast or what?
Yeah, they're little cheap metal, like Dollar Tree figures that my wife used to work at Dollar Tree, and we got a bunch of them for my son when he was little. Obviously, he doesn't care too much about those these days, so we just found a random spot, threw them up there, and they kind of live in the floor joist now.
I see them at RCWA sometimes. Like I'll see like Sting or somebody in there.
Yeah. I need to make a list of which ones I don't have. I might as well add to it. I don't do a whole lot of figures. That's mostly my son, so I just have some rando figures up here. This is a big one for me just because we were at this Rumble. It's from John Cena's last run. He's got his Indianapolis Colts style gear.
Yeah, I got the same one, mint on card as well.
I really like that one.
And then a bunch of chairs from different live events.
Yeah, I've been to 6 WrestleManias. So I typically just collect the from the WrestleManias, and then a lot of them are Indianapolis based events from the years. So the SummerSlam, the Clash of Champions, Great American Bash, obviously the one with The Miz. Those are all pretty much Indianapolis based event chairs that I've collected over the years. Honestly, like I love them, but they just take up so much room.
So I think overall that's pretty much an overview of this enormous wrestling collection. I mean, look at this room. There's belts, DVDs, Funkos. There's just stuff everywhere.
And I still have stuff that's not out. It's still hidden.
Oh, he's got totes of stuff he was showing me. There's, you wouldn't believe it.
Magazines, programs, more collectibles, more books. It's pretty insane.
If there's anything in particular that you want to see a more broken down video of, any one of these belts that you want to see in particular, maybe a tour of the Funko Pops, just go ahead and leave a comment below, and we can go ahead and we can break this collection down. We can go through all these DVDs if you want. Thank you for coming along with me and checking out this super awesome wrestling collection. Thank you, Ref Fletch, for letting us
absolutely
tour this really awesome collection. So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching.